Hello, teacher.
Hi, Tenny. How are you?
Fine.
That's good. How was your day?
Normal.
And tell me, did you go to school?
No.
Is it still holiday?
Yes.
Oh, and are you having fun? Or do you miss?
Still feel normal. I'm not gonna miss it.
Oh, and tell me, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
Nothing.
Nothing? Aren't you hungry?
Because I slept too much. And I still feel full.
And you still?
Feel full.
Oh, are you so full? And tell me, what are you going to eat tonight?
Tonight, I already eat today, so no.
I've already eaten today. Okay. And did you watch TV today?
Yes.
And what did you watch?
YouTube.
YouTube? Anything funny?
Much more like creepy.
Creepy? And tell me, what was creepy about it?
Well, it's like a woman. It's like a woman was been get tortured and eaten by some other bad people, and her head was cut up and stuffed in the Hello Kitty plushie. And when the people have that Hello Kitty plushie, they get some weird vibes and really creep out when they touch or see them, And then they saw what happened.
Oh my goodness, that is creepy. Oh no. Was it funny to you or creepy?
Both.
I can imagine. Okay, so Tenny, are you ready to have some fun with me today?
Yes.
Okay, today we're going to talk about using public transportation. So have you ever made use of public transportation?
What's that?
Public transportation is like the bus, a train, or like subways. So have you ever made use of public transportation?
Yes, I did.
Have you ever rode on a bus?
Yes.
And how was it?
It was pretty fine until my head lie down on the window and my whole body is shake.
Oh, did your whole body shake?
Yes.
Oh no. And tell me, how do you normally get to school?
Normally, like, my dad bring me to school, but I wish I was the one myself go to school by myself with a bicycle.
Oh, okay. Wow. So today, let's have a look. So let's look at the destinations in the table below and decide the best way to get there from your home. And then you have to tell me the reasons why you have made each choice. Okay. So to go to the city hall at 9 a.m. So what transportation would you make use to go to the city hall at 9 a.m. in the morning?
City hall at 9 a.m. Well, probably like an Uber. An Uber sounds nice.
Okay, so you have Uber as well. Okay, so that is also public transportation. And why would you use an Uber?
Because it's like It's more faster and easier, except the money is not always easy. But still, we just sit and do nothing and just watch outside and drink some coffee or something that we like.
Oh, and do you like to drink coffee sometimes?
No, I never drink. And if I ever do, then I will start it up.
Oh, and tell me, if you had to go to your friend's place at night, how would you get there from your home?
A motorbike would sound nice, or a bicycle
Ooh, and
if my friend's house was close.
yeah, so if your friend's house was close, so you would rather use a bicycle.
But if it's far, I would rather use a motorbike.
A motorbike. And why would you use a motorbike?
Because like running more motorbike, of course, it's gonna be more faster, and that's the thing what I think.
Absolutely. It's going to be much more faster. And if you had to go from your home to the shop, okay? Which transportation will you make use of?
It was like if it really far, I would use the bus, or if it like next to my house, then I'd rather walk.
Oh, so if it was really far, okay, why would you use the bus?
Because first of all, I have to pay a bit, and second of all, I don't have to worry about anything about gas that run out of, or like sometimes getting scared that I got hit. None of that. Just sit there and watch people outside riding a bicycle.
Oh, that's a good answer. And tell me, if you had to go to the city library in the morning, what type of transportation will you make use of?
A library is probably very far from my home because I never saw a library in around my place, so pretty far.
Oh, so it's
So that would be like a, a bus station.
guys, you go to the bus station and get on a bus to go to the city library. Yeah, because it's quite far to travel. Thank you for sharing, Tenny. Okay, so do you like to use public transportation?
Not really.
And why?
If I would wish that I was an extrovert, because if I was in a bus, that'd really be a big no-no, because sometimes other people get off the seat, and sometimes we kind of like I kind of like get shy or embarrassed just to tell anyone to can I sit here.
Oh, so you get but I didn't know you were an introvert. Are you a shy person?
But maybe like I wish that I can get my confidence up when I was like in the future. In the future, maybe I will become an extrovert.
I think you are an extrovert. I think you have confidence. I believe in you. I don't know about you, but I think you are an extrovert. I think because you're so intelligent, you can ask anyone. You know what, Jenny? I think it's just you have to tell yourself, don't worry about what other people think of me. Okay. So if you can tell yourself, don't worry about what other people think, then you can become an extrovert. Okay. So when I was young, I was very scared when I had to go on the bus. And because some kids they made fun of me. And then one day I just decided that hang on, I am smart. What are they laughing at? So I just ignored them and I said to them, well, clearly you are laughing at something very funny. It must be very funny in your world, but it's not funny in my world. So I only laugh at smart things. And you know what? They never said anything to me ever again. And then people started talking to me, and other kids started sharing their stories with me. So you can be confident. Anyone can be confident. And I believe you are very, very smart girl who can go and ask anyone anything, because you know what? You are smarter than some other people. Okay.
Well, you're way more different than me. Sometimes my word can easily hurt other people, but also like sometimes I look at other people, and sometimes they can be rude, and they would say to me like, "What are you looking at?" And I would always answer, "It's a mistake."
What do you say? What do you say to them when they say to you, "Why are you looking at me like that?" What do you say to them?
Well, if they say why, and if they say so kindly, I would say, "Oh, nothing. I just look anything, just anything." But if they say so rudely, like, "What are you looking at?" I would say, "A mistake."
Oh, you would say you were looking at a mistake.
Yes, they are a mistake.
Yes. Okay. Now I get you. Okay, we don't want to say that. We rather want to say, I'm just, you can say, I'm looking at you. And then if they ask you, but why? And then you can tell them, because you are making a noise. So how could I not look at you?
Oh, that counts.
So if someone is making a noise, or they're speaking, or they're laughing loudly, or they're doing silly things, you can say to them, well, how could I not look at you? Because you are being funny.
Huh.
And if they say to you, what do you mean I'm funny? Then say to them, well, you just asked me a funny question.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can use that. And tell me, I want to know, Tenny, have you ever been stuck in traffic? In a traffic jam?
Mostly on special grade days. And the most worstest day that when I'm running my bicycle and have a traffic jam.
Oh no. And then
Like
does it get annoying?
It's really get annoying, especially when I really, really want to cross the road, but there was a traffic jam.
Oh no. Oh dear. I don't like to sit in a traffic jam.
And then when I waited and stand like a statue, I just feel weird in my own way. And then other people should look at me in a weird way, and I don't know what to say anything, but my mouth was like, "Stop looking at me, what did I do?"
Oh, so you know what you can do when people when you don't know what to do? You can always think of things think of having a conversation with yourself. Okay. And you can say, today what I'm saying, you can write a diary in your book and say, oh, you know what? Yes, I'm stuck in traffic. And then, but you say it to yourself in your mind. You say, well, what I'm seeing right now, I see a couple of people sitting in a queue, waiting for the traffic to move, but it's so annoying. And everybody is waiting very impatiently. So, if I had superpowers, what would I do? Okay, so think about what would you do if you had superpowers?
Oh,
Yeah. So tell me, yeah, what would you do?
I would like so cool. I wish I had two superpower. It's like teleport and I can control the time, so cool.
Imagine the time. Oh my goodness, that would be so cool. You will be able to do so much and you will be able to tell
Yeah.
things. Yeah. And what is your favorite way to travel? How do you like to travel when you go to the local market, or you go with your mom or to your dad with your dad? How do you like to travel?
Travel.
Hmm. Travel by bus,
Well,
by car, by bike,
by a bike.
by bike. And why by bike?
Compared to a motorbike and a bicycle, I don't know. This is my logic, okay? I don't know. I just make things up. That just count to me. So I saw that a motorbike and a bicycle, the motorbike is like much more bigger and taller than the bicycle, but also the bicycle is skinnier. It's like it's easy to not get a traffic jam, just go through and not like the other motorbikes. Kind of hard to just move them around.
Yeah, and I think with a motorbike you will be able to see so many things everywhere. And
Yeah.
it can fit on different roads. I like a motorbike. Okay, so Tenny, let's read using public transportation. So why some people like to use public transportation and why some don't like to use it. So can you read that for us?
As when we want to go somewhere, we have to two different choices. We can drive our cars or we can use public transportation. Many scientists believe that we should choose public transportation. These scientists say that we need to use public transportation without using our car. First, it is much better for the environment. Buses and trains it can carry a lot of people, but they do not cause much pollution. However, cars cannot carry many people. They also cause much pollution. Second, the road will be less busy if everybody uses public transportation. Then there will be better traffic jams. As a result, people can travel to their destination much faster. Other people say that using cars is much better than using public transportation. First, using a car is much more convenient. If a family uses their car to travel, they can travel at any time. They don't need to stop to pick up other people. Second, driving by car is healthier. A lot of people get sick when they use public transportation. This is because it is often too crowded. There are sometimes people who cough in front of others. Oof.
Absolutely, in front of others. And have you ever experienced that?
Yes, my friend do that.
Really? And what do you do if someone coughs in front of you?
I was like get like really far away from them, and I was like every time my friend would sneeze, she was sometimes like never covered it with her hand or shoulder or anything. She just sneezed like that, and I was like disgusted. Like I stayed away from her, and I was like, why don't you cover up your mouth? That's so gross.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, sorry, I forgot. Like that easily. But also she have one of the allergy. I don't know if it is weird or not, but her allergy is like when she smells something that weird and she wasn't familiar of it, she was mixed like uncontrollably.
Oh, okay. So she's got allergies to some things. I understand. Okay, so Jenny, based on what we have just read, how many choices do we have when we want to go somewhere? So how many choices do we have when we want to go somewhere? One or two?
Two.
And what are those choices?
Public transportation or iCar.
And why is public transportation better for the environment?
Because like it was like not gonna get crowded, and also not people putting up their allergy to spread out to other people near to them, and that would be much more fun.
And it also reduces the gases that goes into the environment for pollution. So why would there be fewer traffic jams if more people use public transportation?
If there are public jam,
so why will there be
can you
fewer?
say that?
Say again.
Can you say that again?
Yes, so why will there be fewer or less traffic jams if more people made use of public transportation?
That was probably like on a normal day, because probably like a lot of people near my place are very busy with their job. So every time I go a bike, and especially when I go home, there was like a traffic jam. Like I really have to be really patient just to cross the road.
Yeah, but now, if there were more buses, why do you think there will be less traffic jams?
Because like a lot of people, like really a lot of people will go to a bus, and then things are sorted out, and if they in one group, then that was like much more smaller. And if they do it in their own way, then that was like spread up everywhere. That's a lot.
There we go. That's exactly what it is. So that means they will make use of less motorbikes, and that means so only big buses will be on the road, which would be easier to control the traffic. Okay. So why is it more convenient to drive a car? What do you think?
In my opinion, it would be feel like much more safer and quieter, and also a lot of space to storage in the back of this car. And we can have our friend of parents or our pets to get into the car, so we have someone to accompany with.
Absolutely. So we have a lot of space. And also, if we go on a road trip, you can pack all your bags and all your toys, and you can go camping, put your tent in there. And like you mentioned, you can take your cat or your dog with.
Yes.
And how cool.
But also in a motor, that would like be fine, but I don't really like car. I like motorbike. Somehow I don't know. But like in a motorbike, we can still bring our pet if they're really well trained and sit on the place.
Yeah, absolutely. And why do a lot of people get sick on public transportation?
Because sometimes they can have a lot of gas spreading around, and people who inhale it have a things like an illness to a new illness to their bodies, and that will make them feel sick, dizzy, and feel like, not in a very normal day, just really hard just to live.
Okay, yes, very true. Okay, so thank you, Tenny. That was really good. So moving on to our vocabulary part. So we've got convenient, cough, crowded, jam, and pollution. So, what in your words is pollution?
Pollution is like it can be like pollution. It can be like something bad is spread around the earth, and people don't like it, and if they don't stop it, it's gonna be much more worse day by day, and people is not gonna have enough days to live.
Absolutely. And what type of pollution do we get? Do you know?
Water pollution, air pollution, nature pollution. I don't know why, and traffic. I think that was a pollution.
So we get air pollution, we get water pollution, and we get trash. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Trash pollution, yeah. And what does it mean if something is convenient?
Convenient means like something that is small but also still convenient. Is that we use it every day and it's worked very well and we like it and we feel it's very important to us. That doesn't mean kind of convenient.
Yes, there we go. Well done. Okay, and now can you use those words and then put them into the sentence number 1 to 5 for us?
That's number one. When you are stuck in traffic jam, your car only moves.
Excellent. Number 2.
Crowded, it is full of people or things.
Yes, fantastic. And number 3.
Air pollution is bad for our health.
There we go. Number 4.
2 p.m. is what?
So 2 p.m. is what for the engineer? So the time is?
Convenient.
Yeah, the time is convenient for the engineer. What about number 5?
When you cough, you push air out your throat suddenly.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest explanation I ever seen.
Yeah. So when you cough, you basically push the air because like so when you cough, it's forcefully coming out of your throat. Okay. So now moving on to our opinions once again. So for the supporting opinions, can you read them for us and match number 1 to 4 with A, B, C, and D?
As number one, public transportation is cheaper. Number 2 is better for family with children to travel by car. Number 3, public transportation is much faster. 4, driving by car is quicker. A, because it is difficult to transport with children at busy bus station. B, because the passenger does not have to pay for fuel or other costs. C, because the driver can go directly to his or her destination. D, because there is no traffic jams on the subway. Its number 1 is public transportation is cheaper. Is B, because the passenger does not have to pay for fuel or other costs.
Excellent.
Number 2 is better for family with children to travel by cars. Is A, because it is difficult to transport with children at a bus station, busy bus station. 3, public transportation is much faster. Is C, because the driver can go directly to his or her destination. 4, driving by car is quicker. Is D, because there's no traffic jams on the subway.
Are you
So
sure?
3 is C.
So,
Wait.
are you sure?
So number 3 is D and 4 is C.
There we go. Okay, because so public transportation is much faster because there are no traffic jams on the subway. Okay. Excellent, well done. Now let's move on to the refuting opinions. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly scroll down. There we go. So once again, you're going to read it for us and then match number 1 to 4 with A, B, C, and D.
As number 1 is easier for family to travel by car. Number 2, traveling by car is much faster because there's no station to stop at. Number 3, using public transportation is cheaper than driving a car. Number 4, public transportation is better for the environment. A is not cheaper if parents and children are drunk together. It's expensive. D, I disagree. It is often very difficult to drive and control children at the same time. C, I don't think so. Cars are often stuck in traffic jams. D, I don't think so. All buses and trains cause a lot of pollution. Number 1 is easier for families to travel with cars. It's not cheaper if parents and children are traveling together. Is expensive.
Okay.
2, traveling by car is much faster because there are no station stop at. Is C, I don't think so. Cars are often stuck in traffic jams. Using public transportation is cheaper than driving a car. Is D, I don't think so. All buses and trains cost a lot. No, that's too wrong. Is it? That would be B. B, I disagree. It is often very difficult to drive and control children at the same time.
So using public transportation is cheaper than driving a car.
Yeah. But is it supposed to be like easier or what?
No.
So cheaper is not safe.
Cheaper.
Oh, the money.
Yeah. So is it A or is it B?
A or B? That would be B.
So, okay. So number 1, we have A. So it is easy for family to travel by car.
I was wrong. So number 1 is B.
There we go. So number 1, let's quickly do that one. Number 1 is B, yeah. And then number 3 is?
A.
Yeah. Number 4
is public transportation is better for the environment. As D, I don't think so. All buses and trains cause a lot of pollution.
There we go. Well done, Tenny. That was good. Okay, so let's read more about some what are public and a car transportation. Which one is better? So now we're going to read the supporting opinion and the opposing opinion. So can you identify the main idea for the supporting opinion?
As when we travel somewhere, it's always better to use public transportation.
Okay, so now we have to identify the supporting ideas for why is it better to use public transportation.
As it's usually much cheaper because passengers only need to pay small fee.
Okay, because I only need to pay a small fee. Well done. And then the second one?
They don't have to pay for fuel or other costs.
Okay, they don't have to pay for fuel or other costs. Yes, what else?
As public transportation is better for the environment.
Yes, absolutely. Well done. And then the next one?
Many buses use green energy and clean fuels. Oh, what?
Okay.
Most cars use gasoline. clean.
Which makes the
Dirty. The air dirty.
Okay, so in a nutshell, it means that public transportation is
More cleaner. The world will be cleaner.
yes. So making use of it will be more cleaner because cars use more dirty air with gasoline, but buses use more green energy and clean fuels. Well done, Tenny. Now, can you read for us the opposing opinion?
And driving by car is much better than using public transportation. First, the driving car is fast. This because driver can travel directly to the destination. They don't have to worry about missing the bus or train. Second, it's easier for families to travel by car. Everybody has a seat. Young children can play happily. They do not bother other passengers. Also, drivers have less stress if their families have a lot of baggage.
Baggage. Baggage?
Baggage. Baggage. They don't have to carry it around.
Okay, so what is the main idea in the opposing opinion?
As traveling by car is much better than using public transportation.
Okay, so why? Now, can you give us a supporting ideas? Why is traveling by car much better than using public transportation?
Because driving cars is fast.
Yes, well done.
And they can travel directly to the destination.
Yes, absolutely.
They don't have to worry about missing bus or the trains. And it is easier for family to travel by car. Everybody has a seat. Young children can play happily. They do not bother other passengers. Also, drivers have less stress if their family have a lot of baggage. They don't have to carry it around.
They don't have to carry it around. Well done. Okay, that was really good, Tenny. Now, let's have a look. So, is public transportation really better for the environment?
Yes.
And why would you say that?
Because it's more easier and cheaper just to use public transportation. We can just get rest and sit in our own seat and just watch other people. And also by that, we don't have to care about the pollution on the earth. And if we use car or anything, that will cause up in the air pollution, and they may cause a new illness to the people around in inhaling them. They may get up and sick and have a long way to the hospital.
Yes.
And public transportation is also really clean fuel they have.
Fantastic. And will you prefer to use a subway if it is twice as fast as a car?
Yes.
And why?
Because like sometimes maybe like I don't know what the time is it, and I was so quick that I didn't like look at the clock and how what time is it, because I'm that clumsy. So using subway is much more easier, so I can just go earlier.
Yeah, I see what you mean. And tell me, have you ever used a subway before?
No, but I wish I was.
Oh, I used to use the subway all the time, and sometimes you just gotta make sure that you are there on time when the train leaves. So you gotta be very smart when it comes to that. Although the train is very fast, You have to make sure that you are on time when you need to enter the train. And tell me, Jenny, does your family prefer to travel by car or by motorbike?
Um, my motorbike
And
because like they they often use the motorbike and they are used to it. So using a motorbike is an easy way for them to go, and they can just put it everywhere because it's very small, smaller than a car. So we don't have to care about what is safe or not to put. But also motorbike, yeah, sure we can park there, but not at the middle of the road.
absolutely, yeah. And tell me, where does your mom and your dad normally park their motorbike?
Normally, it's like outside the restaurants or the um. Okay, I forgot. I forgot. Outside the restaurant or the cafe, and they normally like put it a place that they already saw the other motorbike was there. If they saw a motorbike was at the spot next to the table, then they also gonna put that.
Yes, absolutely. And tell me, what can the government do to make public transportation more popular? What do you think?
I mean, like they can spread out and they can spread out. I don't know.
Think about it. So, do you think they can advertise and at schools and say, okay, that kids can drive for free on Fridays on the buses?
Well, that would like they gonna make an ads about that school and also gonna say about why public transportation is more perfect for you. So people are gonna see it.
Yeah. And do you think that the government should help kids to get free public transportation?
Yes.
I also think so. Because the kids need some help, and then it can also help create work for other people. So it's a win-win situation. And should there be more buses and trains late at night?
Late at night.
Hmm.
Depending on other people's jobs.
Yeah. So what about people working very late at night? Do you think there should be buses and trains available for them?
Well, not really. They can guide a restaurant or supermarket or babysit someone at someone's house or I don't know, do nothing. Be a
Oh.
gamer. Yes, be a gamer.
Oh, okay. I like that. Okay, so Tenny, let's quickly choose one. So can you choose number one, number two, and number three? So we can debate.
Well, number three, public transportation will never replace cars.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, you can start.
Well, public transportation will never replace cars. That's not true because cars can have a lot of chemicals in their fuel, in their gas. So it was like a really bad idea for the air air, and that will make a bad thing for the air pollution, and people will inhale it, and they will get sick, dizzy, and not like the other normal days. They will have a lot of, like, they will suffer a new illness that they may have, and they will sit on the hospital like long and long, like it's like a coma. And by using public transportation, they are very clean and they care about the pollution and the earth, because the fuels that they use are very clean, and every and if you saw outside, inside is very clean, like spots. And the cost and tip in there are very cheap, so we don't have to worry about how much it costs, and or is it expensive, you know.
That's a very good point. That was really good, Jenny. I liked your points that you raised there. So I'm going to say, although I agree with you, public transportation might replace. Public transportation will replace. No, will never replace cars, because people like to be in control of their own vehicles, and sometimes they want to just go on a drive and spend and be able to have a lot of space in the car so all of their friends can drive with them. And also people want space so they can put all their shopping bags and things that they have purchased from the shop. So that's why I don't think that public transportation will ever replace cars. Okay. So Jenny, did you enjoy today's session?
Yes.
Oh, well done, Jenny. You did really, really great. So tell me, which one do you want to do? Number 1 or number 2 for homework?
Number 1.
Okay, let's do number 1. Okay, Jenny, you must have a great day, and then I'll see you on Sunday. Bye-bye, Jenny.
Goodbye. Have a great day.
You too. Well done.